2017 SYM Wolf Classic 150 with a low price tag. The Wolf Classic feels like a disposable bike with its sticker badging complete with air bubbles trapped in the adhesive, but in a saving grace, the fenders are metal instead of plastic, so kudos for that. Instrumentation is minimal. A can for a speedometer and a can for attach, but honestly, you don't need more than that. This is low-tech with a no-nonsense approach, so easy to read analog dials are adequate and fit with the retro styling. While a top speed of 65 miles per hour might be fast enough for SYM's main markets in Asia and the Pacific, it isn't nearly fast enough for our interstates. As a commuter, keep it around town or on the slower state highways and you'll benefit from the good fuel economy. Seating is surprisingly comfortable, and the clip-on handlebars that normally don't have any pullbacks somehow work to create an upright riding position. I'm sure afforded by the short wheelbase of only 49 inches. Seat height is a respectable 30 inches, low enough for all but the shortest of riders to flat-foot at a stop. Built to emulate the looks of the original UJM models, the Wolf runs on a steel, single down-tube, stressed engine frame that keeps the bones simple, light and clean. Telescopic hydraulic, right-way-up forks support the front end, and the forks come with gaiters that not only protect the swept area of the four tubes and the seals and the sliders, but also add to the classic charm of this little bike. The traditional layout continues in back with a yoke-style swingerman chromed coilover shocks with dual-rate springs and preload adjusters. Clip-on bars make the connection between rider and fork and leave the triple tree clean without risers and clamp cluttering up the works. SYM threw on a twin piston and anvil caliper to pinch the 240mm front brake disc, and rear wheel braking duties fall to the 130mm diameter mechanical rear drum brake. Normally I would cringe at that, but this is a rather light machine at only 266 pounds, and the drum does bolster the dated look SYM was going for here, so the Wolf gets a pass. Polished aluminum. Wire-laced rims mount the 18-inch front and 17-inch rear hoops, another design feature that plays right into the classic 70s UJM theme. A 149.4cc four-cycle thumper serves as the beating heart for the Wolf Classic. Air cooling precludes the need for a radiator and keeps the engine as simple and light as possible while preserving the cleanliness of the look. An overhead cam actuates the valves, eliminating the mechanical losses associated with pushrod valve trains, and the little mill runs with a 9.6:1 compression ratio, so yeah, the Wolf has an appetite for 90-octane fuel or better. While it does provide 85 miles per gallon, the need for premium fuel will eat into the savings inherent with that kind of mileage somewhat. Although the Wolf mill comes with push-button electric start, SYM added on a Kickstarter for backup, and I'm sure for the nostalgic appeal as well. I love having that redundancy, and who doesn't look cool kickstarting a bike? A good, old-fashioned carburetor controls aspiration and keeps emissions within DOT, EPA and CARB standards, and it's even clean enough to be certified for sale in California, which is more than many small engines can claim. I know folks will gig it for not having fuel injection, but the carb is all part of the keep it simple, stupid, overall attitude. The plant generates 9.04 pound-feet of torque at 9,000 RPM, backed up by 14.79 horsepower at 8,500 RPM. Not exactly earth-shattering, but again I point out the 266-pound net weight. These numbers give the Wolf a top speed of around 65.5 miles per hour, though I'm sure that changes a bit when you factor in rider and passenger weight, altitude, and headwinds and tailwinds. Low power also means low weight rating. Your passenger and your gear shouldn't exceed 360 pounds or you'll never get this baby up an incline without a little Fred Flintstone action. A wet clutch couples engine power to the 5-speed transmission, and a chain drive makes the final connection to the rear wheel.